The Penguin goes straight. Not yet, he ain't. That is the name of the two-parter for this episode of Batman 66, starring Adam West and Burt Ward. And I love Burt Ward. He's my favorite character. I love Robin. He's so cool. I love the Penguin. This is the best Penguin, obviously. I loved the Penguin television series. I thought it was a very good television series. It really wasn't the Penguin per se. That was fine, and Colin Farrell deserves accolades for playing that character. And Danny DeVito, of course, is absolutely great as this sort of monster penguin that we got with Tim Burton. But nobody ever is going to be Burgess Meredith Penguin. That's for damn sure facts. Write that down. All right, let's talk about the bats. We're going bats. We're talking about the banter, the action, the tech, and the schemes of these two episodes here. And you'll have to pardon me because there's a lot going on, so I am going to have to refer to my notes right away. The banter. Mr. K. Rhyme. Mr. K. Rhyme is calling. The bat phone rings. The trusty Alfred picks it up, says, "Sir, I'll go get them." It's actually funny because he feels a bit annoyed in this episode picking up. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed that. When Alfred picks up the bat phone, he feels like he's a bit annoyed. I was like, "Oh, why are you being weird?" Anyways, and then Aunt Harriet is there, so he can't just say it's the bat phone. So he says, "Mr. K. Rhyme is on the line." And she's like, "K. Rhyme? That sounds like crime." It's like, so it didn't. It's like it didn't even trick her. Holy Nick of Time, got that one in there. Yes. There's Batman calls Penguin a miserable weakling, which is awesome. That was an awesome one. Holy Leopard, we got one of those in there. What other good lines? Those are the top lines of the first episode that I kind of jotted down. Chief O'Hara has a great line in the beginning of the second part of this, where Penguin is like saying, he's like, the perpetrators of this crime, you should go get them. And then Chief O'Hara says, if you want to see the perpetrator of the crime, you should look in the mirror. That was a great burn. Chief O'Hara, baby, good job. I like that one. That was good. I do like where Batman says at the very end, everything, like they basically say everything is great, but there's one thing we have to do, and that's fumigate the Batmobile because Penguin had taken it over with his thugs. That was pretty funny as well. So those are kind of your top lines that I jotted down that I thought were really good. Action. So we do have a little bit of action in the first part. Alfred does get a little bit involved in the fighting. I wrote this one down because Alfred does do something. He goes to take pictures of these jewels, and I'll get to the scheme in a second. There's this Sophia Star woman, very glamorous lady, very rich. She has these special jewels that Penguin is looking to procure, or at least that's what Batman thinks he's looking to procure, but maybe not. They need to make a copy of them in order to swap them out for the real ones. Alfred goes to take photographs of these jewels, and he's also supposed to replace a cigarette holder of Penguin with a tracer, and then Penguin figures it out, and there's a great part. So I know I just told you about the scheme, which we can ignore that part when we get to the scheming, but the action part of this is that Penguin is standing there and he's like, you're trying to bug me or whatever, and Alfred pulls the rug underneath him and Penguin just flops down. So that was kind of good. I wrote that down for action. I know it's not really a big action scene, but there is the part where they go to switch the jewels, Batman and Robin. There's a little bit of a mini fight there in Sophia Starr's apartment or whatever. A little bit of a mini fight, not too bad. There is a little bit of a mini thing at the amusement park where Batman and Robin are captured, and the cliffhanger for this one is, of course, they're dangling behind a shooting gallery thing, and the twist is that Chief O'Hara and Commissioner Gordon are going to be the ones firing shots at them and killing the dynamic duo, which is kind of fun. There's again a little bit more. There's some car chases here, Batman and Robin. There's like some shooting going on here as well. So it's this is part 2. There's a good car chase. There's also the car and the bike. You get to see the bat cycle chase. That's actually pretty good too. There's a little bit of a mini fight on the road, on the side of the road there, when Batman and Robin catch up with the Penguin and his guys, but decent action. The action definitely picks up more in season 2. The technology in this one, there's a bit of some fun technology. There is bulletproof umbrellas. So the Penguin's always going to have his umbrellas, bulletproof umbrella. He's got a dry ice umbrella, which is definitely weird. He has his umbrella's handle has an anti-bug detector, which we have seen that before, actually. There's bullets, there's bullet firing umbrellas. So there's that in the second one. We do have bulletproof soles. So Batman and Robin are shot at and they put their feet up to block the bullets, and the soles of their feet are bulletproof. So that's interesting. The goons, Penguin's goons, Eagle Eye and Dove actually have machine guns at one point. I guess you could call that technology. Penguin transforms the Batmobile into the Penguin Mobile, so we can call that a piece of technology. There's an emergency umbrellas which confetti come out of. So there's he blows the pipes, the water pipes, and there's raining. This is during him. So him and Sophia Starr are going to get married now. That's part of the scheming, but it applies here. And he has these umbrellas that are the emergency umbrellas, and then all these streamers and stuff come out of them. So that's kind of neat. We got the Bat Cycle, of course. And there's a lot of Batmobile tricks. Batman through his little console in his Batcycle can control the Batmobile. He can eject the other guys. So there's the goons are in the passenger seat. He ejects them and he messes with the controls and stuff. So pretty good. A lot of that was used in Batman Returns. Remember when Penguin took over the Batmobile? So that was kind of from that. All right, the scheme here is, of course, we've got the Penguin. He's going straight, so he's orchestrated a bunch of crimes, and then he comes in as the savior of these crimes to show that he's better than Batman or whatever, that he's a good guy now. His plan is to marry Sophia Starr, get a whole bunch of wedding gifts and all this money and stuff, and then take off with the loot. So we start out with the Playhouse being robbed. That's sort of his first kind of scheme. He saves the day. Sophia Starr he catches her, or she catches his eye. He's got his two goons now, Eagle Eye and Dove, who commit some of the crimes. There's a fun part where they try to interrogate one of the guys. So that was kind of funny. What else? That's your main thing. Batman gets framed. Batman and Robin get framed, and they pull a great trick where they have all the cops shooting blanks, and it appears as though that Batman and Robin are dead, but they're actually not dead. And that was just to lure Penguin out, give him a sort of a false sense of security. So that was pretty good as well. And at the very, very end, Sophia Starr still is willing to marry the Penguin, but of course he's not willing to be kept in a bathtub, is what he says. And that's that. So another fantastic episode of Batman 66. I love all of these. So guys, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please check out the playlist for Batman. It's a great show. We wouldn't have any Batman stuff today without this show 100%. This is a very important show in Batman's history, and it's not to be overlooked, and it's really not to be scoffed at. Everything is intentional in this show. It's intentionally campy. They knew exactly what they were doing. It wasn't unintentionally silly like some other movies that or what, like The Room or something. It's like it was done in a certain way, and it worked, and it was fun. So there you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.